Hey, Corey Eubanks here with Premier Property Group. I'm a managing broker in Washington and a principal broker in the state of Oregon. And today we're going to be talking about the difference between a home inspection and an appraisal. These are two different but kind of similar things that often get mixed up by home buyers and home sellers. So let's break it down. First, the home inspection is done by the buyer of a home in most cases. And the buyer hires a home inspector to come take a look at the house. And that home inspector will usually, depending on the house, spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours getting into everything they can about the house. They get in the crawl space, up in the attic, on the roof, checking the water heater, checking the smoke detectors, checking the plumbing, checking the electric panel, all that stuff to see if there's any serious issues with the home that need to be remedied before they purchase the home. And then buyers often may have a sewer scope done and a radon inspection or maybe other things. And that can be used for the buyer to negotiate repairs or credits with the seller. Now, an appraisal is very different. A real estate appraiser is hired by the buyer's lender to come out to the house. This visit takes about 20 to 30 minutes in most cases, and they're just looking at the general size, features, condition of the home to prepare a report for the lender to make sure that the house is worth what the bank is lending. And it is easy to get these two things confused because sometimes appraisers do look at some physical things, like they do take a look at the water heater to make sure it's strapped. They look to make sure that there are smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. And for certain types of loans, they may even look at some health and safety issues. But usually most good realtors know how to identify appraisal issues before the appraiser comes. And there's a myth out there that you can't talk to the appraiser or get involved with the appraiser, and that is totally wrong. In fact, I don't know if a lot of realtors do this, but I do it. I get extra information to the appraiser when I'm representing a buyer or a seller to help smooth out the process. The appraiser may not know everything about the transaction, and I'm here to, it's my responsibility to make sure they do. If there are multiple offers on a listing, they need to know that because that helps justify the value. If there's significant upgrades, that's important for them to know, and I make sure they have a detailed list. And I have a pretty good track record. In 12 years, I've only had a couple, 2, 3 appraisals come in low, and one of them was only $500. Anyway, I could tell those stories. If you want to know more about appraisal, check out sacramentoappraisalblog.com. That's a really good one. I read it all the time. All right, Corey Eubanks, Premier Property Group. Talk to you later. Bye.